Yallo, Trollocs here, and today, as you can see by the cyan wall in the floor over here, we're going to be going on a little redstone adventure today. I'm actually not going to be starting here. I'm actually showing a little bit of spoilers, I'm sorry. But we're going to go back to beta 1.7.3. Now, the past few weeks, I've been playing more and more beta Minecraft, trying to figure out beta redstone and things like that. I've played on the modern beta server a tad, doing some contraptions on the side, and I kind of want to showcase what I've learned since my last beta redstone video and kind of showcase how this older version works, then kind of bring it back to the modern one to show more compact and more functioning modern redstone type things. So I think we're going to start with one of the standards in redstone, the toggleable flip-flop. Now this right here is what we call the T flip-flop. It is as simple as you can get. You basically have two pistons pushing one block, can be any block, and some redstone torches with dust in it. So right here is the output. So I'm just using a piston, but it can output into anything. We just press this button right here and we turn them off and boom. And since this torch right here is powering the block is actually powering the dust in the side, which gives us a positive output. Now this is really easy to build. You don't need sticky pistons, you just need regular pistons and three torches. Like, you will notice that as there aren't many components in redstone, things are really cheap, but less compact of course, but really cheap to build. You could just replicate this on any type of redstone circuit. Jumping back to modern Minecraft, we have 3 examples of T flip-flop here, and that's because I wanted to give you all kind of a broad showcase of it. This right here is the copper bulb block, which we did in the 1.21 Friggy Trials update, and it's kind of divided the community a little bit because of the changes done to the 1 tick delay, which was changed to 0 tick, but it does work for general purposes. As a T flip-flop, you can run a comparator out of it, and it gives out a constant signal whenever it is turned on. Now these two are a little bit more special, as in they're still used nowadays for people who don't want to mess around with the configurations of the copper bulb, and they're a lot more configurable themselves. Now, this one is like the standard T flip-flop, and this one is a design I used to use a lot. Now here, you will be powering this block, right, which will turn on the piston, but at the same time will have turned on the repeater, which will give an instant signal to the sticky piston, which, as you know, those make it so the sticky piston doesn't use the sticky property as much, and it just kind of launches the block without sticking to it. And we can see that in full display over here, and it does the same thing as the other one. As the torch is powering the block, it powers off the sides, and you can give an output just like that. And it's really simple. This is like the monostable circuit base. Also, if you look here, of course, we're not using a constant power source, but it is kind of the same idea because those are used to generate quick pulses also without the use of observers. And if we want to go into observers, which you genuinely like start missing observers a lot when you start to not play versions that have observers. Genuinely, I think the top 3 most useful components in the entire game. Now here it kind of does the same thing, except we're giving a quick pulse using an observer block. Here we will just pull a slime block and it just pushes it like that. We have the same type of circuit here in the beginning. This here is a sticky piston, and it does basically the same thing being done here. And it is really quick, just like the other one. It really boils down to preference if you want to have the observer one or if you want to have this regular standard one, but I really do think this is a fun design. Of course, if you are building it underground, you have to watch out for the slime block. It doesn't stick to anything. So maybe like surrounded with furnaces and things like that. And next on our beta list is the monostable circuit. Now, if you don't know what a monostable circuit is, it's kind of the opposite of the T flip-flop. The T flip-flop turns a single pulse into a continuous pulse, and the monostable circuit turns a continuous pulse into a single pulse. So we have a lever right here. We flick it on, and you see that it only gives a single pulse to the sticky piston. Actually, no, it's just regular to piston, but it gives only a single pulse right over here. So it turns the constant one into a singular pulse. And as I was saying, the base of the monostable circuit is kind of the same base being used there. It is genuinely, if you look at the designs, it is the same thing. Now, you just flick this lever right here, and it will do the same thing being done there. It powers the block, which will power, well, this repeater powers the piston, but it also powers the block, and the block powers the repeater, which gives out an output. So it powers both of them at the same time. So when the lamp is turned on, the piston is already turned on, so they cannot power the block itself, so it cannot continuously give out a pulse. It is extremely useful. I think this is it is a tileable system. I'm pretty sure if you don't, well, yeah, it is because you use videos like that. It is tileable, so you can build them right next to each other. So if you want to give out a bunch of outputs, but you only have, well, you can redirect them directly from T flip-flops, so you can have that input pulse to constant to pulse again. Although that that would be pretty counterintuitive, but it does happen in some larger contraptions. Next, we have something a little bit less technical. We have the redstone clock. Now, redstone clock, as simple as can be, it is basically a generator of pulses that from time to time will turn on and off and on and off. And this is, I think, the most classic design. It is the 5 clock pulsar. So you'll see it turns on and off and on and off and on and off. Right? You will think that it only turns on and then it has to wait for all the other torches to do a lap. But no, since it works on redstone torches being toggled on and off, it just has that same speed. One of them. And if you want to take out a pulse, we can go right here and get some redstone. You can run them off of the torches, as simple as that. And it is very much compact. I use it in modern beta to give myself kind of a flickering redstone lamp effect. I really like how it looks for decorative things. Unfortunately, we don't have lamps in this version, so we can't really use it for those. But if you're doing it in a later version that does have it, it still works. It still works today, of course, because it is just simple redstone. Now here we have kind of what is a relic of the past. We're going to grab a block over here, and this is what people call a burner clock, because it gives out really rapid pulses. But it does burn up the torch after a while. So if we place the block over here, you will see exactly that. It gives out a bunch of outputs, but it burns after a while, I think. I don't really remember what it was used for, but it is... I do remember it is kind of a forgotten part of redstone. Because if you wanted a quick pulse that wasn't as flickery as that, you could always use the regular good old piston clock. Now here it is as simple as it looks. You basically just connect the stuff right here, and what it's doing, it is getting the power out of the block, because here we have 4 torches and it is powering the block, and then it puts to the piston, so it goes around like this. And it is really quite simple. You look at it, then you can take out a power from here, right, you can just get any sort of repeater. Let me go find a repeater right here. By the way, I'm using the too many items mod to have actual creative at the time, so you kind of have to work around that. So here we have resident repeater. You just take it out of any single one of these, and it works like a charm. I recommend taking out from the corner pieces, because if I go here, for example, then it redirects, it stops like that. So you have to take it out of the corner pieces like this. But yeah, just move that aside. Wait. Yeah, it just starts up the clock again, and we get really, really rapid pulses like that. But what if I told you you could have a quote-unquote burner clock without needing to actually burn torches? Now this is where our good old pal, the observer clock, chimes in. See, these pulses at the same speed as the torches, but observers cannot burn, so they continuously give out this output just like that. It is really, really fast. You can adapt it to basically anything, and it is pretty much the basis of a lot of other contraptions like flame machines and things like that. And here we have what I think is the savior of modern clocks. It is the good old hopper clock. Now this one is so simple to build. I build it on survival all of the time when I'm doing things like farms and stuff like that. And you only need two hoppers, a comparator, and a repeater. If you need more information of those, you can watch my comparators and repeaters video that I do also touch up on clocks a little bit there. Then we jump into something a little bit more technical. This is the famous double piston extender. Now, this is one of the classic designs. Time you could have it on the floor or use this dual redstone torch design. You really does not matter. But as soon as you push this button right here, it will extend the block out. And if you push it again, it will retrieve it back just like that. It is of course useful things like 3x3s or just any sort of thing you need double piston extender. 3x3s are commonly vertical if you want animation, but you can have them on the side, have kind of the shape piston from the sides. It really doesn't matter, but it is just super really, really, really simple circuit to make. And it is even simpler on modern. If we go right here, this is the side of it. Really, it is one wide, and you only need five quote unquote blocks, because we're counting redstone dust, and of course that is being pushed, but that is not in the counting, right? We just have two observers facing this direction right here, and as soon as we press it, boom, it pushes it like that. And to retract it, it's the same over here, and it basically works with the concepts of sticky pistons we were talking about before, where since the pulse given by observers is extremely fast, it makes it lose its sticky properties. And the same applies for how it works in beta. You're basically giving really, really fast redstone pulses to sticky pistons so that they cannot stick in time. And for our last little contraption, I'm actually going to be using the design by a legendary redstone teacher of the time, Minecraft Addict. Now, this is the vertical double piston extender design made by Minecraft Addict way back in the day. I put it up block for block, so if you search up Minecraft Addict, you can probably find it exactly like. And we just push the button right here, and it goes like that. And to retract it, we do the same thing. It is using, of course, the same properties as the other double piston extender. You powering it extremely fast, and here by pushing this button, you push the original piston, and here from the sides, because here we have a redstone torch that is not allowing them to flow like that, and by pressing it, you give them this push at the same time, right? And the tracking mechanism basically works by having go out here on full force, because if it removes this dust right here, it doesn't extend it fully, right? and you can't actually, you don't retract fully, but it does extend fully. And just by having this just connect to this block right here, powering this block, we can power this piston back that and retract it successfully. And for the modern one, it is extremely simple. 4 blocks right here. 4 blocks. No, I'm not joking. 4 blocks. You can see the blocks right here? Yeah. This is all that you need to make a 2x2. No, a 2x2, my bad. Vertical piston extender. And by pressing it like this, of course, you need to have a right here. And you push the button and it pushes the block. We push it again, it retracts. Now, actually, I lied. We need 5 because it works by having this observer detect the repeater and power this block, which will power the sticky piston when it is up here, right? And you can basically apply the same as before because observers give really, really fast pulses, which allow sticky pistons to not stick. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it makes you want to play with Minecraft Beta and Redstone a little bit more. If you liked it, leave a comment down below of another video idea I should make. And subscribe, hit the bell for new Redstone and Beta Minecraft uploads. I have a lot more stuff planned, the more edited type of videos and not just me showcasing Redstone. So stay tuned for that, definitely. And I'll see you soon. Bye bye.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.